everyone, Rosabel's here with my Shu-Based trust farms for HS-7, 8, and 9. All of these strats will utilize Shu as one of the central pieces of the strat, and just feel free to work around it or change up some stuff according to what you have on your roster. Of course, we can argue that Shu can always be replaced by a healing defender, but I argue that in this particular event, Shu's ability to heal damage over time is very helpful, especially when the tides become red. Starting off with HS-7, which has guaranteed rocks, it is glorious. This is the team that I'm going to be using. We're going to use Shu, skill 1, which is her normal healing defender skill. And then Thorns, skill 3, preferably with masteries. Lyn, skill 3, preferably with masteries. And Ptilopsis, skill 2. Or you can use whatever healer you want. For Lyn, you can replace her with Texas Altar if you have her. I'll just tell you when to drop her. Or you can see what she does and then see if you have anyone in your roster that can replicate what she does. But basically, she's going to help out with a lot of the tankier enemies. Alright. Wait for deployment points first, and then we'll drop Thorns over here, facing up. And then the next one we'll drop is Shu. So basically, Shu is going to attract a lot of the drones that are going to come out here and block this area, so that Thorns can attack everything there. Don't forget to activate Thorn skill when you can. Ptilopsis over here facing up. If you're using a different healer, just use whatever can heal both Shu and Thorns, and that's why I kind of chose Ptilopsis. Her module is thus necessary because you need that extra spot to heal Shu. She can take care of herself with her healing, but this just makes it a lot more confident. And then Lyn, if you're using Lyn, over here facing wherever. So Lyn's skill 3 will actually hit these three of these thingies, whatever they're named, and it will kill them actually. These two, you can handle them on their own, so when the skill is ready, just activate it.
So this is what happens.
And yeah, so basically like these guys are not much of a threat if it's just like two of them, but when it's all five, they all move at the same time, and that gets quite annoying. Alright, Lyn's skill should be able to recharge by the time the big tapirs come out, the big beefy tapirs come out, or at least when they reach this area, because her skill charges really fast. Yep. And then just make sure to activate Thorn skill. There. Alright. Activate Lyn to start taking care of this. If you start getting worried for Thorns' health, you can activate the Ptilopsis or whatever healer you have just to make sure he doesn't die, because these guys hit very hard. All of this will go to Shu, but she's tanky enough, you should be fine. And these guys aren't that bad, so just let them attack your units for now. Yep, there we go. There's gonna be one more tapir. Here it is. It comes out here. Lyn's skill should charge back in time.
Got it. You didn't think.
Activate her just to kill him faster, and that should be it for the stage. And there we go.
Good, good. I had no idea.
Get your rock and move
so
on.
clever.
Hell yeah, too.
I was going to ask you, help me make.
Moving on to HS-8, which is this stage with the lagging drones. We're gonna make sure we don't lag with it. So, for this one, we'll only need 3 units. Shu, skill 1 again. It's the most practical one for this. Mlynar, skill 3, mastery 3, preferably. This stage is doable with a level 60 Mlynar. It will be easier with a level 91. And basically, Mlynar will make sure that we don't have to deal with the drones. And finally, Ifrit skill 2. You can replace Ifrit with Typhon skill 3, but the timing's a bit weird. Or you can experiment and put like 2 casters up. just so that there's extra AoE damage. Basically, you just need to destroy a bunch of enemies that will clump together around Shu. Shu won't die, but you need more damage to get through to it. So I'll just show you what it looks like. The start is quite slow. So we're just gonna wait till we get Shu. Now, Mlynar is gonna take care of these field mice that are destroying these things. You basically just don't want them to destroy this final one. So deploy Shu, and then as soon as you can deploy Mlynar, do so. So the thing you have to pay attention to is how many batches there are. So the first batch already retreated. This is the second batch, or the second pair of mice. They'll go there and go back. The timing of activating Mlynar's skill is this third batch when they're near the red entrance. If you have a full level 90 Mlynar, you can be a lot more lenient with the timing, but because I have a level 61, I have to be a bit stricter. When you can, Ifrit over here facing down. So now they're almost back at the start. Activate Mlynar's skill. And this will be perfectly timed, such as the last two here that is sent to destroy these two will not make it. Thus, keeping you safe from harm from these things that will lag out your game and possibly cause your game to crash. Alright? You should be able to get these two, so just make sure you fill out this line so that Ifrit has like complete line of sight and nothing's invisible. And then just retreat Mlynar as soon as you can, because we're going to use him again later. So, let's wait for now and just wait for Mlynar to come back online. Shu's grass ability here is very, very helpful because it helps stave off some of the damage from the red tide. So it's very, very helpful. If you're going to use a normal healing defender here instead of Shu, let's say you didn't pull for her because you're saving for a W altar, which valid. Just assist them with another healer if you can. So we're gonna wait. Shu can take care of herself. She's fine. And we're gonna wait until these guys move. So we don't have to worry much about these ones. Ifrit will take care of them. Especially if you have Ifrit on Module 3 and she just, her skill charges faster. When they start moving, that's when you activate Mlynar and just kill everything else. And that's it. No need to deal with the drones. We're okay.
Good. I had no idea you were so cool.
Finally, we have HS-9, which is the boss stage. The strat I'm going to give you is also going to help you get the trimmed medal, so just pay attention to that. The trimmed medal is pretty easy. You just have to make sure only 3 plot lands are like corrupted by the red tide or polluted. So it's actually pretty simple. I got the trimmed medal without really thinking about it, but just in case you haven't gotten it yet, this is the team we're gonna use. So Shu, skill 3 this time. You don't need masteries. It just so happened that I got a mastery right before I logged in, but I managed to do this at skill rank 7. Just take my word for it. Skill rank 7 is fine. I just so happen to have mastery 1. And then you don't necessarily need to use Wanqing, but you might as well use Wanqing. Or you can use whatever vanguard you want, preferably a flag bearer or maybe Texas if you want to use Texas. But, free guy, might as well use him because we're trust farming him as well. Lyn, skill 1, preferably with masteries. And also preferably Lyn with her full module because she's going to help attract the drones away from Shu. Thorns, skill 3, of course. Typhon, skill 3. And then your best healer. I'm going to use Aya Altar because her range is perfect for my strategy. But if you don't have Aya Altar, you can substitute her with two different healers. And then just arrange them accordingly. For Lyn, You can probably change her out for someone like Virtuosa or maybe Suzu, but the problem here is that you might have to give her her own healer. The reason why I like Lynn so much for this stage is because she doesn't need a healer, because all of the drones that will hit her won't penetrate her shield. So very, very helpful. She doesn't have to be in range of any healer. Okay. I managed to do this stage without getting Wanqing's potentials yet, but if you have all of his potentials, that's going to be helpful. Drop Wanqing down here, facing to the side, because he's going to be buffing the water pump. Nothing really comes out of here, so we can put our focus into this area at the very start. Activate Wanqing, and then drop Shu over here, facing wherever. Followed by Ea Altar over here. The reason why we want to drop the healer first is because Shu is gonna get targeted by these things. Then charge Typhon skill over here. The boss moves really, really slow, so we have time to set up. So, Lynn over here, facing to the side. So Lynn does two things. She will deal arts damage on this tile over here, where a lot of enemies are going to like crumple around Shu. And she's also going to slow down this tile over here, which will give Thorns enough time to kill any enemies that will go here, because they're going to lose invisibility. But for now, before we put down Thorns, put down the first tank over here, and the second one over here, facing up. So this will minimize the amount of pollution, which means she will take less damage. After the boss does the first hit, activate Shu's skill and activate Typhon. And finally, the last one we'll deploy is Thorns. So Thorns over here facing down is going to activate this water pump, and he'll start charging his skill. So if you look over here, Ea's range perfectly heals Thorns, Shu, and Typhon. So skill 1. And then Wanqing can just hang out here. So Wanqing being here will minimize the amount of damage that Thorns takes from hanging out over here. And he's also within range of Shu's skill, so he has the grass field to help him heal damage over time. When the boss goes into this form, if Typhon still has bullets, stop the skill to refresh her skill. The amount of time between the first form and the second form is just enough time for Typhon to refresh her skill. So for the trimmed medal, you need 3 unpolluted plots. So that includes this one. So this is going to be 1, 2, and then 3. You don't want to put anything over here because the drones will attack it and will pollute this plot, and that's not going to be good. You're just basically going to pollute everything afterwards, so just don't fall into that trap. When it hits the second form, activate Shu again, and then activate Typhon again. When you can. There we go. And that should be enough to kill the boss. The second form is not that bad, especially because there's no drones to distract. There's no drones to distract Typhon's bullets. And then that's it. The boss is gone. So the rest of the stage is pretty AFK. You can chill. And then you'll see what I mean by Lynn slowing down the things over here, especially when this one gets polluted and the enemies become invisible. So Lynn will slow things down here, and then Thorns will finish them off. So we can chill. This will get corrupted, but because only one thing dies there, 1 or 2 things die there, it's not going to get too corrupted, and you have a constant stream of clean water to to like purge it out. By the time that all of the enemies die, that would be purged out anyway. So you'll get your trimmed medal by the end of this.
Perhaps there will still be
And that's
people
it.
gazing
Pretty easy.
across this volcano a century from now. Their footprints will cover ours, and the seeds buried beneath the ash will bloom into
So
even
that's
more
it for the
beautiful
trust farms.
flowers.
Hopefully you guys will find it useful. Hopefully you can modify your own units to replace some of those. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!